What's up, everybody? It's me, Francis, and if you've seen the title of this video, uh, yeah, it seems that somewhat of a miracle just happened because Cygames has officially buffed Lucilius for version 2.50 of Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising. I was not aware that that the patch notes dropped around like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. my time. And unfortunately, I was asleep. Obviously, around that time, I'm asleep already, and I woke up this morning around like 7 or 8 a.m. and I went to look at my Twitter, and then I found out that, oh my god, they released the patch notes very, very late. And because they usually release this around like the same time as the character guide for the next DLC character, in this case, which was Ilsa. And Ilsa, I'll basically try her out later on tonight. I'll make a stream for the new patch, but it's mostly gonna be about Lucilius tonight. So you guys will see that later. But for now, the big thing here in this patch was that Lucilius received changes. I actually had like zero expectations whatsoever. I came into this patch like thinking that, well, nothing's really gonna get changed for him because it seems that they just forgot about him, and then or rather they're taking their sweet time to just fine tune what he needs and what he doesn't need at the moment. And they don't want to overly buff him so that he becomes like super overpowered like he was in 1.50. So I came to this patch, like I came into reading these patch notes like zero expectations whatsoever. But they did it anyway. They still actually went and delivered new changes for him, which I was like, first thing in the morning, I was losing my mind. Really. Anyway, enough waiting around. Let us see what these changes are. I already saw them, but I just want to mention and explain what the changes are for him, and that later on in the stream I'll basically go and talk about these furthermore once we get our hands on the new patch. And then also on this patch, they seem to have done changes to all these other characters. And then also Vikala and Sandalphon. And if you're already not aware, I recently got Sandalphon to Masters. If you've seen my latest video that I uploaded not too long ago on my channel, I got Sandalphon to Masters, and I did it all in just one day. Vikala as well, they seem to have made changes to Vikala, but we'll just take a look at that after I talk about Lucilius. So yeah, the big thing is that they did changes to Lucilius, and then all these other characters got changed. I've heard that Zeta got buffed, Luane got nerfed a little bit, but not like that much. They nerfed Kag, which is kind of like okay, I guess. There's some things that she definitely needs to get toned down a little bit. They did changes to Seox, but I have no comment about that. And then all these three, like I have no comment about. Anyway, talking about Lucilius now. It says here, okay, so I'm gonna try and give you all a good rundown of like all of what he got, what they wanted to change for him in this patch. So here they said adjustments for Lucilius focus on improving the utility of his kit when his blade level is low. By refining the performance of his normals and skills, we've made him easier to control in neutral even with limited resources. Okay. When I saw this line here, refining the performance of his normals and skills, especially his normals, I was like, when I first saw that earlier this morning, I was like, wait, are they buffing some of his normals? I was like, are they buffing some of his normals? Well, I mean, most of his normals are already really, really good. So like, why they're gonna like make it better? But turns out, they just buffed one normal. So yeah, and then they said here that they buffed orbital resonance. Blade level now increases incrementally, starting 31 frames after its activation. So this means that 31 frames onward, at 31 frames, blade level will now increase there. When you use orbital resonance, when you like start it up on startup, it will have no increase, as you can see, no increase. But 31 frames onwards, it will basically increase. But as you can see, if here, as you see here, 91 frames onwards, fast increase. This means that if he's in orbital resonance for a pretty long time, his blade level increase will be pretty fast. We don't know obviously how fast, but I would assume that it's gonna be like faster than before, which is great. Okay, that's really good. They've also said here that while active, his skill cooldown time is halved, meaning that all of his specials will have faster cooldown when orbital resonance is active. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. That's an insane change to me personally. I think that alone will basically mean that, okay, well, all of our other specials are gonna be more active now. Basically, we're gonna get it faster, even with just activating 5U or orbital resonance. You'll get our specials back up almost really quickly. We don't know obviously how quickly, but once we get the patch, we'll see. They said here that they also refined the L and H versions to be more versions of increased reach to be more effective from afar. This means that the L version, 5UL, the sword reaches farther. It reaches farther, which is really good. So you can zone out better. The H version, which is the what I call just mini phosphorus. Basically, it's just a mini phosphorus, or it's basically an anti-air. It can go a bit farther now, which is good as well. So you can use this to anti-air from far away. So I agree with this change. That's cool. And then they said here that the M version, the M follow-up, which is the one that gives you a combo on hit, and it's +2 on block. It is now the draw-in distance when it pulls the opponent in. It's they pull it in closer to Lucilius. So that's really good. And it seems also that the second hit, draw-in distance for the second hit has been increased. So this is good. So it pulls them in towards Lucilius a bit better now. They also said here, this is the one I was I was also very like interested about. They've changed medium and heavy Iscariot. So as you can see here, the medium version now has faster forward speed and longer reach, making it stronger as a mid-range approach or combo tool. As you can see here. And they also said that this means that that medium is pretty much what we're going to always use when you just want to like jump scare someone with Iscariot, like whip punish from afar. Then you have to use the medium version. You don't have to use the heavy version anymore, because the heavy version has slower startup but grants Lucilius advantage on block. This means that H Iscariot is now plus on block instead of being minus, just like with the medium version. However, in return for it being plus on block, they increased the whiff recovery on it, which means that it is a lot more prone to being whiff punished. So you have to be careful with using the heavy version, because it is much easier to be whiff punished, basically. And if you see here, also for orbital resonance, as you can see, they increased the cancel, like the cancel animation for orbital resonance from by 6 frames, from 18 frames to 12 frames. I think they have actually reduced this like a long time ago. They already reduced the total frames of this, but it seems that they've done it again. This is a good change, I guess. I mean, it's already fairly fast, and it's already pretty fast on how you can cancel it. 18 frames is okay. It's pretty good. It's okay to me, but to 12 frames, I like that. That's really cool. So that's good. And then for Iscariot, as you can see, it is now, the startup went from 19 frames to 29 frames. So that's 10 frames slower. That's 10 frames slower, but as you can see on block stun, on block, it is now went from -4 to +6. +6 is kind of crazy. When I, like, a lariat that is +6 on block for a character that is like mostly rush down. That's really cool. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Okay. But then it also says that the screen now shakes on block to distinguish from different versions of Iscariot. It says that, wow, they actually gave him a screen shake. This character is gonna be so cool. Like, imagine giving this move like a screen shake. Holy shit! Like this move is gonna be raw. It's gonna be raw as hell. Like literally. But as you can see, the recovery on whiff has been increased by 19 frames, so it's now -58 when on whiff. So it's gonna be really he's gonna get easily whip punished for this, for using this. So you have so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like properly use this besides this, because we now know that, you know, medium Iscariot, you're now just gonna use this for like everything else. You're gonna use medium Iscariot now for just whiff punishing. Obviously, I mean, you should pretty much always do that. But now that they increased the travel speed, so I would assume that it already has the travel speed and the same distance as heavy Iscariot right now. Because we know that if you want to like whiff punish from afar or jump scare your opponent from afar, you have to always use H Iscariot, because it reaches faster. It reaches farther than medium Iscariot. So you have to use that. But now, since that medium Iscariot has increased distance, they gave the distance from H Iscariot to medium Iscariot. This means that you have to always use medium Iscariot now. But with this one, you're gonna have to we're gonna have to find a way to like apply this plus on block situation that this move does. Like, on something. It has to be on something. So I'm gonna have to like try and lab this out later. Which is so this is great. This is great. I'm all in for this change. And then they said here, far standing heavy. They buffed his far standing heavy. The draw-in effect on counter hit has been strengthened, making close standing heavy, or CH, easier to confirm. So this means that what this is basically like if you counter hit someone with his far heavy, especially in the corner, you can basically get like far heavy into close heavy. That actually works. I've done that multiple times as well in my matches. I've done that multiple times. So basically, this means that on the ground, if far heavy lands as a counter hit, you can get close heavy easier, from what it seems like here. So you shouldn't like do far heavy into like 63M or medium phosphorus. You have to use close heavy now for more damage. So this is cool. This is a good quality of life buff, I'd say. That's good. And then here, this is another thing that I'm very, very excited about. They increased the speed. They slightly increased the speed of 236H. Heavy Iblis. And it says here, and can be chained from a counter hit. Close standing heavy, making it a reliable punish after blocking invincible moves. Okay, this means that if CH lands as a counter hit, if close heavy lands as a counter hit, you can now chain it with 236H. Really, really good. Really, really good. I definitely agree with this change. Thank God. Also, H Iblis being faster by how many? From 39 frames to 34 frames. That's good. They also said here that the travel speed and the distance of H Iblis have been increased. That's also really interesting. Cool. But this is what I'm actually more like curious about, because if you guys know, on my Lucilius guide video that I made almost about a year ago, I said that one of the tech that I basically made up from H Iblis was the fact that if you use H Iblis and you can like spot dodge right after you do it, right? You spot dodge right after you do it, so that you can basically spot dodge any attempt of your opponent to like brave counter, BC the H Iblis. So now that it's faster to come out by just a few frames, will that mean that I can spot dodge just in time, that I can like safely, like, will I have enough time to like spot dodge just in time before before my opponent brave counters the H Iblis, basically? So I have to check this out later tonight. I have to see if basically I have enough time to spot dodge the BC. So if I can, my strat is basically like 100% viable. The only thing that it'll lose to is if, like, let's say you DP it, or you like do a super or something. But yeah, that is fantastic. If my strat like actually becomes a lot more viable now, then you guys have to always do that. You guys have to always do spot dodge right after heavy Iblis. If it's actually viable, if it actually is a lot better now, a lot better as a tech now than it is right now. So we have to check that. Next, and the other thing here, they also said that they did something on the ultimate version. Hitbox on the first active frame after the projectile appears has been expanded forward. So this means that this is just an increased hitbox change, so it might be better for combos. Okay, that's not too big of a deal for me. If it's to make it like make some combos a lot better, then this is fine. This is good. The last thing that they changed was with El Tessera. They said here, recovery after warping has been reduced by 3 frames, changing total frames from 39 frames to 36 frames. This means that he recovers a little bit faster now after doing El Tessera. So, so this is good, I'd say. Basically, you'll basically like be able to like, for example, do like your Oki setup, with El Tessera with like using a backdash, like shimmies. Like, you know how we do, let's say, a throw into El Tessera, and then you shimmy, and then you do shimmy. Well, you can do the shimmy a bit faster now by just 3 frames. So you'll be able to like backdash a bit faster now. This also means that it's gonna be a little bit harder to interrupt him when he does El Tessera, but you have to. It's still very reactable. If you have the reflexes for it, then you can definitely punish him for doing this. Even if it's just 3 frames, you can still like punish it for sure. It's just that now, it's just a little bit faster. So, not that big of a change, but it's still really good. It's still good. I'd say not really good, but good. Anyway, yeah, that seems to be the changes that they made for this character. Like I said in this video, is that I had like 0 expectations whatsoever. I literally had no expectations. They said here, you know, they just wanted to adjust him because he felt like he felt very limited, you know, given his soul blade level gain now. You know, this is cool. This is good. He's not gonna be like always copium mode in a lot of matches. I don't, like I said, I'm not like I'm not upplaying the character too much, you know? Like, he definitely is a lot weaker, like, definitely weaker than before. Weaker now than before, but there's some there's just some matchups where he just feels like he's just coping with the fact that, you know, he has slow blade level gain, and then like I'm forced to like either play really slowly, pretty defensively, which is like for me it's not good for me because I play him a bit more aggressively. So I eventually got the hang of it. I pretty much got used to it, and pretty much like, sure, whatever. If I have to cope in this matchup, I have to. There's no other way around it. So now with these changes, I would absolutely say that this is not like a copium character now. You're not really. There's still definitely some weaknesses here and there, but this will just make sure that he's not like entirely coping the entire match, right? Like, this is good, making it better to like do CH on counter hit here. CH counter hit can now confirm into H Iblis. That's great. More damage. And then reduced recovery for, you know, El Tessera, you know, better. And so overall, they just wanted to improve his neutral, which is good. So this is great. I am very happy. Uh, I am very happy that they actually decided to give him something that's actually worth it. Um, I'm also like happy, like wow, they also made the like canceling out of orbital resonance faster, even when they already did that before. They changed how orbital resonance works. You know, the skill cooldowns now recover twice as quickly while active. Like that's insane. So yeah, we're definitely cooking something up with this character. I'm definitely gonna take my sweet time, like just labbing out all of these later tonight. So you guys will all see what I'm gonna. I'm just going to what I'm gonna come up with. I will play Ilsa, but at the start of the stream, I won't buy her because I will buy her using my in-game rupees. I have like 46k, so it's not so I'm just gonna spend that to buy Ilsa when the maintenance is already finished. I don't wanna spend money on the game yet. I'm just gonna spend money on the battle pass for the Meg outfit, but mostly my goal on that is just to get the music. So, because you know I have a Eurobeat mod for this game anyway. Anyway, that's all the changes for Lucilius. Obviously, the patch is still not out yet, so we'll have to wait it out until tonight uh, to see it. But as you can, there's also changes for Vikala. There's changes for Sandalphon too. I think for Vikala, they basically like they rechanged, like reworked the uh appearance of all of the other items that are actually good. So like Spike Ball appears more often. The RNG basically more often for the good items. So bad item less often, good item more often, it seems. Like Spike Ball, Bomb appear more often, which is cool. Good, I guess. Um it sees here also Dream Come True. Shorter, making her less likely to get countered. Yeah. Dream Attraction, L version cannon spawns farther away and faster. They also buffed her some of her normals. Like they made close standing heavy now 10 frames instead of 11. Far standing heavy now 11 to 10. It also went from -10 to -8. And then they also buffed her 2M. Travel speed and distance of 2M has been increased. It's also now -6 instead of -10. This one, yeah. I mean, it's still punishable. Obviously, it's still punishable, but it's not like death on block because this one is like literally death on block, -10. And then yeah, all these other changes here is okay. Why not? So they definitely buffed her a little bit, but it's not. I don't know if it's that big of a buff. I think it might be. I don't know. I haven't played Vikala in like a while. In like months. I haven't played Vikala in months because all the time in the world I just spent playing Lucilius anyway. And then of course they changed a bit of Sandalphon, which is cool. They buffed. They said here that yeah, elemental usage skewed heavily towards fire and light form, which is yes, because that's all you kind of really need. You never really use. You can try using the other elements, but most of the time, if you watch high level Sandalphon gameplay, you'll see that everybody just uses fire form or light form. They don't use the other forms. So they said here they buffed water, the L version and the M version of his water orb now hit twice. They added a sword strike added to the start of these versions, and then the H version of the orb of the water orb. It says here the projectile now gradually accelerates. Like, okay. And then the projectile also no longer disappears when Sandalphon takes damage or blocks, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, but okay. So I guess I'm still new to this character. I'm still new to how he plays, okay? But I've mostly just been using just fire and light anyway, because I find I take a look at all the other Sandalphon gameplay videos, and I always see them just saying, yes, yeah, just use fire and light. But yeah. I guess the Earth might be more useful now, because Earth never was really like nothing too exciting. It was mostly like just for the corner pressure, and maybe to beat Beatrix, because it's a grounded projectile. But otherwise, it's also just in the corner. And then of course there's the wind projectile, like all this, sure. They also buffed the L 22L, that one sword slice that he does from this one sword slash that he does. It's not very useful. It was just like this far-reaching poke, and that's about it. It doesn't really do anything. Than just like a soft knockdown. So there's not really a use for it. So they made it faster, a little bit faster, and then hitbox expanded forward, so it's a much better like for zoning, I guess. Lateral knockback has been increased. Okay, sure. And then they also buffed Galleon, but I pretty much like dropped playing Galleon because she just wasn't for me, like completely. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later tonight on my version 2.50 stream, where I will talk about all these changes for Lucilius again and just show it off all on stream. And yeah, it'll be fun. Again, thank you all for watching, and hope you have a good day. Take care.